Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Anna. I'm an investment advisor and I communicate very often with extremely rich people. And there is one moment that is very common for such people. Of course, they are all individuals. They work in different spheres. But control is one thing that can be in everybody. So very often if you want to invest money, for example, or run your own business, you should make a lot of decisions, and the cost of mistake is extremely high. So if you are like person who doesn't think about anything that can be like problem in the future, then you can lose money, maybe not from the first attempt, but very soon, because the society and people around are not kind. They are not thinking about anybody else among themselves, except themselves. So we are very selfish people in the majority of cases, and this is not only in my country, it is everywhere. So scam projects, murders, and people around, they always want to get money and not to earn it correctly with truth. No, they very often lie. And maybe you remember the film about a doctor, and he told every time that everybody lies. And according to my own experience, I can say you that I face this all the time. And the importance and the work is not about understanding if he lies me or not. The most important moment is to understand where he lies. So in real world, not all assets are clean, not all assets are amazing. So there are a lot of situations, even if you are person who follow laws, do everything according to law, it doesn't mean that another side, like people who want to sell something, can be so I don't know, like honest person. And what is more, you don't really know exactly if like a organization who helps you to do this deal, or like a broker or art dealer, you will never know if he really lies you or not. And it is not amazing thing, because you always should control everything. So I have a lot of friends from wealthy families, and very often other people like who are not elite and who are common people, they think that if somebody has money and was born in a wealthy family, it is automatically means that he is stupid, or he doesn't make decisions rationally. So it is like myth that such kind of people are stupid, or it is easy to lie them. In reality, maybe I have such surroundings, but people are very clever. So because they were born in rich families, they could afford good quality education, and the energy, the knowledge of their parents, how they act in this world, they are taken by teenagers, not rationally, but when we communicate with somebody, we take something from this person and start doing something as they. And very often it means that such kind of people are more clever and they know how to make deals because they saw it earlier. For example, when they visited his parents while working process, or while internship in the age of 20 years old. So people see the patterns, the algorithm of how their parents act, and something is adopted to the life of a teenager, even if he is very young and doesn't work. And there is, as I told you earlier, one thing that can be in every person who is successful. It is control. I'm such kind of person that it is my character. For me, it is more awful not to control something than to be lazy. So I will not be calm, I will not trust anybody before I check everything with not interested like organizations that cannot lie you without checking documents, because the price of my mistake is extremely high, and it is my responsibility for decisions, for my life, and for like my work, my action, my behavior. This approach helps you not to be so nobody will tell you lie, because at the first step you will understand everything, and when you check each step, then even if somebody would like to lie you, then he would understand that it is impossible. And so I very often use experts in some spheres if I'm not so competent in such in one or some areas, because you should have sometimes very specific knowledge, and they're not connected with investments, they are more connected with the valuation of some assets. And you should know from my experience, for example, that even in situations that where asset cannot be so clean, and so the deal will not be so clean, and if you understand that somebody would like you to do something not so honestly, it doesn't mean that you should ban this offer, because sometimes offer can be very good, and the only way how to buy something and not to be like loser, you should control every step and to shift the action of another person, of course, the probability that this person who has already told you lie, he could do something and you would have a lot of problems. But in some situations, it is impossible not to accept the offer, and your winning formula to success is to control everything and to take some external factors to help you. And truly speaking, I don't like to communicate with people who try to lie me from the first second of our conversation, because I feel such moments very fast. But you should understand that people can lie you even if they don't lie you firstly, or it can be not like lie, but it can be hidden information, like about commissions or some risks that are hidden inside the contract that were not told. But you should understand that you should trust only information that is connected with documents. So you should subscribe only those contracts that you have already checked, and you should understand that the probability can be lower when you have already worked with this person for a long time and he didn't lie you before, but there is probability that he will do something wrong. Or for example, it can be like a mistake, and if you control everything, then you would avoid this mistake. So maybe this person will not lie you itself, but he can make a mistake, and that is why I always trust anybody when they tell me something, but it doesn't mean that I will not control it. So people can say me anything, but words doesn't mean anything, and you should be ready that people can say you something and then don't do these obligatories. So if you only spoke about something and in contract there were no information about this, then you would not have these moments in your life. So it is like fairy tale, or it is like luck to take something only in situation if you don't have written obligatories. So in the majority, people can say anything and then not do it. And I faced with this a lot of times, and that is why there is no reason actually in the most cases to speak with people, because they will tell you something that cannot be in reality, and they can only confuse yourself. And so, of course, you should listen to them, but you should mention some details. And then, if you find something that is controversial, that is not as they told you, then you can highlight your attention at this point that one information doesn't suit another. So you should listen to a person, but not to trust, but to take some moments and to it is like a like one thing that can help you not to be a loser and not to trust. So when you feel that something is wrong, only, and you can understand this only in the complex, when you feel something controversial that doesn't suit to each other. For example, it can be words and the behavior of a person. So our emotions, our actions not always know how to lie another. So not a lot of people know how to lie using their language, or the language of body. So very often people can lie in the telling something, but they don't understand that in reality you can mention some details of their body that can be like a clue for you that something goes wrong. So that is why you should know that if you want to be successful and not to lose your money, then you should control everything. And for people who has such, for people who have already lived only using this approach, it is easier to run their own business, because in the majority for people it is very difficult, because there is another side of this coin. You feel in stressed, it is very hard, it is physically and emotionally like not problems, but you feel sometimes unhappy, you have no energy then. So it is very hard work to control everything, and you can delegate some moments, but you should understand how to make ecosystem that would control this outsourcing. So you should use documents, you should use algorithms of intelligent artificial intelligence. So there are a lot of programs that control the behavior of their workers. So it is very difficult process. And I really believe that only that person who don't know how to live without controlling everybody, it is impossible. But if it is your way of life itself, if it is your character, then it would be easier for you to be in such conditions. And for example, for me, I don't know how to live without controlling everything. It is my nature. And that is why it is easy for me to to control everything, because firstly I understand that it is my responsibility. So even in situation, if you delegate something and somebody does the work, you as a owner of business or you as a boss, you should understand that the whole responsibility is it you. So you can say that, oh, you made awful mistake, but all risk will lie in you, but not on that person. So your company, your business will lose money, not they, not this stuff. And that is why very often the owners of business or directors, top managers, they earn more money because the responsibility is higher than in a situation if person works for somebody and he does some kind of work.